A brilliant young woman found dead.
Brutally raped and murdered.
Few clues and no witnesses. The case goes cold. Then years later, an unbelievable break.
DNA doesn't lie.
Who viciously killed Lena Bruce? The answer may lie just a few steps away. When Barbara Eden saw Lena Bruce on their college campus, it was friendship at first sight.
Lena and I met freshman year. I saw her walking across the quad, and I just ran up to her and I said, "Hi, my name's Barbara. Want to be my friend?" And she kind of turned and looked, and she was like, "Do I have a choice?" And that's how our friendship started.
The new friends became best friends. But Barbara says it was a friendship that almost didn't happen. And since the highly intelligent Lena could have gone to any school she wanted,
She got into Harvard and Yale.
but Lena chose Tufts University for its renowned electrical engineering program. 4 years later, Lena Bruce is the only African-American woman to graduate with a degree in electrical engineering, and she does it with honors.
She actually got an offer at like a top engineering firm in Boston. She was like one of the few friends amongst us that already had a firm job offer coming out of school.
20-year-old Barbara and 21-year-old Lena are ready to start their post-college adventures together. Their new apartment, 694 Massachusetts Avenue.
It was like row houses, like brownstones with the rise upstairs.
But before they could fully make their new place a home, tragedy would strike. It's mid-July, and Barbara is going away for the weekend.
I left on Friday, and I remember leaving, and Lena was sitting outside in front of our building on the stairs, and so I just waved goodbye.
2 days later, Sunday evening,
I was really excited to be going back home. I came home, and I went up the stairs and dropped my stuff down, and I started saying, "Lena, Lena, I'm home."
then she goes to Lena's bedroom door. It's closed.
I knocked on the door and still calling out her name, "Lena, hi, I'm home." And then I opened the door and then I saw her. And I didn't know what I was seeing at first.
What Barbara sees is her best friend lying face down on her bed, dead. Her hands bound behind her back, naked from the waist down.
And I just remember running out of there, because I was in shock. Because I didn't know what was going on or what happened.
Outside, a frantic Barbara flags down a passing officer. Soon, the ransacked apartment is swarming with Boston police detectives.
We recovered evidence from her room and from Barbara's room that appeared to have been tossed around. Personal items, clothing items, items we thought might be something that we could process and get information from forensically.
They also find some items outside.
Out in front of the house in that garden area, we recovered a wallet, 2 condom packages, and a bottle of baby oil.
Cops believe the killer came down the alley and saw a way to gain access.
In the back of the building, there's a fire escape, and it went right up to Barbara Eden's bedroom window. Now, Barbara Eden wasn't home, but this was July. I'm assuming the windows were up, maybe just the screen was down.
Investigators take crime scene photos, then show them to a distraught Barbara.
When I showed Barbara Eden pictures of the crime scene, there were certain things that she identified that didn't belong to either one of them, like used soda cans and a beer bottle was the item that sticks out the most for me. She and Lena didn't drink beer. There's no way that that belonged to them. Whoever had that beer bottle brought it with them from outside.
Lena Bruce's body is taken to the medical examiner's office for an autopsy.
The doctor collected fingernail clippings, vaginal swab, oral swab, anal swab, so we have that evidence from Lena herself.
The cause of death, suffocation. Lena had also been raped. Investigators canvassed the neighborhood.
They knocked on all the neighbors' doors in the building and beside, out back, the next street over. They had nothing. They had no eyewitnesses to what had taken place.
Cops start looking at those closest to Lena, and that's when they zero in on one of them.
He was the closest male to her. He was a person of interest.
Coming up, a sickening but revealing interview.
Who have you found in gang?
Plenty of girls. Plenty of girls like that.
Did you ever leave any of these girls still bound up and leave? Lena's boyfriend. He was the closest male to her. He was a person of interest.
I'd only seen him maybe like twice. I didn't know much about him.